Hi, my name is Kalen Bonifacio, and I'm going to be giving this presentation on harmony and differences within the Gospels. Just for some context, there are four Gospels. Matthew, Mark, and Luke are referred to as the Synoptic Gospels. But why four? Well, Jesus' ministry, Jesus himself, these are such big topics, they're such multifaceted things that we needed four different lenses, four different viewpoints on this ministry, on his birth, his ministry, his crucifixion, and his resurrection. We needed all four viewpoints in order to get the full picture of who Jesus is. And so each of these four gospels, they had different goals. Right, the collective goal, the harmony between the four, is that their goal was to give us a fuller picture of who Jesus was. The audience of Matthew's gospel was the Jews. Right, Mark's gospel was focused on the Romans, the Gentiles. Luke's gospel is also focused on the Gentiles, but geared more towards a Greek audience. And so you'll notice from Luke's gospel, as soon as you read it, it opens up like a research paper. It's regarded as the most intelligent of the four. It's very obvious that it was a Greek audience based on the language alone. John's gospel is focused towards everyone. The four gospels also were determined to, as said before, give us a fuller picture of who Jesus was, but each of them focused on a different aspect of that. Matthew's gospel was focused on Jesus as the Messiah. And so because Matthew's audience was a Jewish audience, Matthew also wanted to give us a picture that Jesus is the Messiah. The Messiah to the Jews was this person that would one day come and bring his kingdom there. Mark's gospel gives us a picture of Jesus as the suffering servant. Right, that phrase that Jesus says that he did not come to be served, but to serve. Right, Luke's gospel gives us a picture of Jesus as the Son of Man, and so you'll notice as you read Luke's gospel that his gospel focuses a lot on the humanity of Jesus. Right, it's easy to forget that Jesus came down as a man. Right, putting his deity on the side in order to give us an image or something to emulate. John's gospel gives us a picture of Jesus as God, right? That it make no mistake that like Luke's focuses on Jesus as human, John focuses on Jesus as God. And so you'll notice from his gospel that he goes into a lot of different things from the three gospels, the synoptic gospels, in order to give us a clearer picture of Jesus acting as God and these things that he's doing, showing that he is God. And so if we put them together, you get a kind of a clearer picture on the word choices or the things they chose to include in their gospel. Matthew's focus is on the Jews, right? I said before. And so he's trying to show the Jews, if that's his audience, right? He's trying to argue that Jesus is the Messiah. Jesus is this person that you have all been waiting for. As you're reading this, you should recognize that the messianic prophecies, his messianic lineage, right? Matthew starts off his gospel by showing that Jesus comes from the line of Abraham. And we look at these four gospels, and you get such a clear picture, right? With this in mind, it makes it a lot easier to pull certain things as you're reading it, and also gives you a clearer understanding of why this story is included in this one but not in this one, or why did Matthew choose to call the parable of the wedding feast, whereas Luke calls it the parable of the great feast, right? For example, Matthew's one would have said a wedding feast, because Jews were very used to wedding terminology and the rituals and the routines of what a wedding would entail, right? You notice that Matthew's gospel tries to clear up a lot of the wrong teaching and the wrong thinking of the Pharisees. And so, thank you so much. I really hope it helps you. And God bless.